So these two LinkedIn posts got over 294,000 impressions combined, and I made both visuals in Claude Code, not with Canva or Figma, but with Code. And I want to show you exactly how I did it, because I think this changes how most people should be approaching design for social media right now. So let's dive into it. Most people, if you've been following AI, will simply start with Gemini. Gemini has amazing image generation capabilities, and you can generate pretty good infographics with it. So let's give it a go. In this instance, I've asked it to create an infographic showing 5 ways to use AI for email marketing in a handwritten notebook style using blue and white color scheme. So this handwritten style is very powerful and is a total pattern interrupt. But the issue is that everybody can do this now. They all look the same, and they went from a pattern interrupt to a pattern. So this is pretty good. The text rendering is accurate, and it's done overall a good job. But the issue is that if I want to make any edits to it, the generation is stuck in PNG format. I can't change it. I would simply have to regenerate, edit the prompt, and pray. So today I want to show you the different levels of creating AI design and how we can go above level 1, which is Gemini and Nano Banana, graduate to level 2 and 3. So level 2 is using Claude. Claude is the AI tool that we've all grown to love in the past 6 months or so, and is absolutely dominating the space. But what most people don't know is that you can actually generate visuals with Claude. So I have a specific skill in Claude called graphic designer. And if I simply prompt Claude here and say, create HTML, CSS infographic on Claude's AI ecosystem. What Claude's doing here is that it's reading the skill, which I've preloaded into it, and I've given it the best practices on how to create a good infographic with AI. It's basically like a prompt, which you inject, but not the bad kind, into your conversation, and then it will follow these specific instructions. I basically like to think of them as GPTs, just without the isolated environment, and instead they can be called at any time into a chat. And then essentially what Claude's going to do here is go away and write some HTML and CSS code, which is the coding language it uses to create these infographics. And then it will present me with the final PNG. So Claude has created us a PNG render of the exact topic I gave it. It's not bad. There are some improvements that could be made here. For example, one, it's not optimized in 1080 by 1350 pixel dimensions, which are the perfect pixel dimensions for most social media platforms. And secondly, it's not on brand. So to fix this, I'd simply provide Claude with my brand kit, which has my typography and my color palette. So essentially it can recreate this infographic in my style. And as you can see, Claude is now rewriting the code to match my brand kit. The only issue with this process is that it's incredibly long and tedious. And then secondly, it burns through your usage incredibly fast, which is already a problem when using Claude AI. You have very limited usage, even for someone like me who's on the 10x max plan. So this is a fine base, but it's still not to the level we want it. You can also create carousels very easily with this process. Simply, I'd prompt Claude saying, turn this into a carousel instead. And Claude will essentially follow the same process, use HTML, CSS coding language, and then convert this into a range of PNGs that I could then export and upload to social media. And as you can see, Claude has now generated a range of different carousel slides for me. And it's not bad, but there are some formatting issues with this approach. So you have a few options here. You can build a skill like me, or you could use a Claude project instead to create your social media infographics and carousels and basically fine tune the process over time. Or if you want to take this a step above, then you could go into Cowork and use the local file access to basically update the Claude MD file for it to get smarter over time, instead of having to prompt and guess, which is very similar to the Gemini approach. So what's the next level? What's level 3? Well, level 3 is using Claude Code. This process has changed the way I see social media graphics. And honestly, I've been building it for weeks. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I create infographics, which generate hundreds of thousands of impressions on LinkedIn using Claude Code. So first, I'm going to go to the terminal and type in Claude, which is the way to activate Claude within the terminal. As you can see, I've got Sonnet 4.6 and I am on the Claude Max plan. So because I've pre-configured this, I could simply say, create an infographic on Claude's AI ecosystem. And essentially what Claude Code will do is it's going to use my pre-configured skills, Claude MD file and skill MD file to essentially build out this infographic. For example, I have a skill called Content Studio. This has all my processes on how to create a good branded infographic with Claude. To build this, it is quite straightforward. What I'd recommend doing to start with is one, installing Claude Code if you haven't already. You can find the how-to in Anthropic's documentation on their website. It's quite a simple setup. You simply copy and paste a command into the terminal and then Claude Code is set up. Then I would copy and paste my brand kit. So I would upload that into Claude Code and say, this is my brand kit. Please remember it and create a skill. And again, whilst that generates, I'll hop over to the other terminal window. And because my skill, I've pre-built in plan mode, which if you don't know, you can /command plan mode. And essentially Claude Code will build out a plan before it builds anything. I'd highly recommend using that command if you're totally new to Claude Code, like I was a few weeks ago. So essentially, it's asking me questions about how I want to structure this infographic. And it's given me a nice overview of each of them using a very simple diagram in the terminal. I'm going to go for option 2. Then it's going to ask me some more questions about my audience. And then I will simply submit my answers for Claude to build out a tailored plan based on my input. And essentially, I have a range of different rules for creating these infographics, very specific spacing and style elements, because otherwise, like we saw in the Claude chat interface, Claude will render a pretty crappy infographic. And then in the other terminal, so now we've loaded up the brand kit. If you're starting from scratch here, this is step 1. So now you have a brand kit. I'd highly recommend building a folder of good examples of infographics. That could be yours, that could be competitors, that could be just inspiration that you enjoy. Then Claude has some references of what's good and what's bad. Once you've uploaded those, then you can ask Claude to build out templates, HTML templates specifically, because when Claude generates these infographics, it will read those templates as guidance for structuring the new generations it's creating. So this takes a bit of time and is very conversational with Claude. But simply, if you find something that you like from one generation and something you don't like from another, just ask Claude to update its MD file and it will make changes to the system. I built my entire infographic generator system all through conversational language in Claude Code. I don't know how to code. I'm not a computer scientist. I just simply spoke with Claude Code for hours until I finally got to a good final destination. And essentially, you have a detailed plan of what Claude will create. So essentially, it's going to cover these topics, which is a decent overview of Claude's tools and capabilities. But you can make changes here. For example, we need to cover every single feature in the Claude ecosystem. Right now, we're only covering 6. There's a lot more that we could touch upon. And essentially what Claude's done is taken my initial instructions and then it's suggested a revised plan. So now I'm simply selecting auto accept edits and Claude will go ahead and create an almost perfect infographic for me. Okay, so Claude has almost finished generating the infographic. It's been around 6-7 minutes. And the reason why this takes so long is that I've built in multiple QA sub-agents here to essentially critique the output until it finalizes a perfect version. So what this looks like in practice is that in my local files, Claude has generated the draft in HTML, and then it's gone ahead and generated the first variation, which if you look at it, it's pretty bad. And then it's generated version 3, which again is pretty bad. But then if we look at version 4, this is almost good. There are a few formatting errors, but it's 90% of the way there. And that's because we have the QA sub-agents reviewing all of the outputs until it gets to a point whereby it's on brand for me and there's no formatting or spacing errors. Version 5 is better than version 4. And if we look at version 6, again, it's better and almost complete. And Claude will continuously refine until it gets an output that matches its QA scoring, which is basically a score of 95 plus out of 100 based on all the instructions I've given it, plus references, inspiration, and critiques throughout the past few weeks of building this. Okay, so 10 variations later, which Claude handled entirely by itself, which is a big perk of this process. You can give it the brief, it builds out the plan, and then you go away and do something else, come back, and you have a ready-to-go infographic. So if we look at version 10, it's not quite perfect. Ultimately, in this instance, I would simply have to follow up and tell it to fix the spacing issues, because this bit of dead space down here, we could definitely extend this section and these sections. So then we're utilizing all the available space on screen here. But you see the power of this process. It's not yet perfect, but it goes above and beyond the process of using Claude Chat or Gemini to generate infographics. This is perfectly on brand for me. And secondly, it's completely automated. So you can do this for carousels too. And the carousels look pretty good. I'll show you one that I generated earlier, but ultimately this is the kind of carousels that Claude is producing. Again, there is some spacing issues, but the real power of this workflow is that one, it's very on brand. Secondly, it can be edited without having to regenerate the prompt every time with Nano Banana. And secondly, what I really enjoy about it is the fact that you can add screenshots and different elements simply just by uploading them into Claude. So now I'll give you a deep dive on my folder structure. So essentially, we have the outputs folder. You can see I've played with many different variations, and this is why I've got to a result which is almost perfect at this point. But what's important here is the assets folder. So in this assets folder, the reason why I'm able to generate infographics with my headshot always in the footer is the fact that I've uploaded my headshot. So Claude knows I always like this custom footer and that it should always include my headshot. This also works incredibly well for specific company logos. For example, I have a range of popular solutions here, all with their logos included. So then when I say, let's create a cheat sheet including these tools, Claude will always include the logo and I don't have to repeat myself. Another thing is the templates. For example, I have a range of different templates which Claude can then use as reference. And I'd highly recommend building these out in HTML first before generating anything with Claude Code. And all of this I simply built just by prompting Claude in natural language, trying many different styles and iterating until I got to a point I was very, very happy with the output. This did take me weeks and it is a big commitment building something out like this. But once you have it, then it can run your social media graphic design on autopilot. So this is what I've been fascinated with for the past 2 weeks. The good news is that if you don't have time for this, then I'm actively integrating it into my solution, which is Vislo. So I'm the guinea pig here. I'm taking all of these learnings, like we did with the current iteration of Vislo. Currently, we're generating Nano Banana style generations. Whereas with Vislo and the new version, which we're pushing to launch by the end of April, we're following this very same HTML, CSS approach, just without all the complex setup. Because we're going to take my exact project file and upload it into this solution. So if you want to sign up for founding member pricing, which is only $19 a month, just find the link in the description, and then that'll be locked in for life, and you'll benefit from Vislo integrating these features, hopefully by the end of April. I can't make any promises, but I can assure you, we're going to be creating the best infographics and carousels on social media. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, if you want to dive deeper, then my full newsletter breakdown is linked below. Thank you for watching and see you again soon.